Welcome, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everywhere you are joining us from. I want to welcome you to another time on the Fired Up Show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are joining us first, and this is your first time, I want to welcome you to the Fired Up Show. And if you're a returning community member, guess what? You are welcome as well. So right now, I wanted to share this link with your friends, your colleagues, tell them to come. For some of us, this is your lunch time, or you're about to get into lunch. Uh, and some of us, we are still like wrapping up the day. And some of us are just like waking, not really waking up, like starting our day. And depending on where you are right now, guess what? You can send this link to your friends. They can join us. It's going to be for about 30 minutes. So it's going to be a good time spending, and investing into your personal finances. So I wanted to go right now. Send this link, share it with your friends, and then let them come and learn. Today's topic is very interesting, very interesting. Things you have to build quietly while you are still in your 9 to 5, right? While you are still doing the job, while you're still in that role, and you desire to leave corporate environment in the next, 3, 5, 7, 10 years, this is for you. My name is Omolola Oyewumi, fondly called Lola Wealth. I am a wealth system architect and I am your host. I am here, on the Fired Up Show, where we talk about everything finances and everything financially independent and early retirement. So you are welcome. Some people will be watching the replay. I want to say you're welcome as well. Whenever you are doing that, watching the replay, you are welcome. And I hope everyone can hear me correctly. So I want to put it in the chat. I want you to put in the chat. Can you hear me okay? Where are you joining us from? Let's see, let's engage. Just like I said, this is going to be a short time, and it's going to watch your time. All right, thank you. Yes, you can hear me absolutely. Right. So, how to quietly build your exit before you ever hand in the notice, before you ever announce, before you ever walk out of the job you have right now. And just some of the things that you have heard before. So it's not like, oh, this is super new. No, but it just required the framework and the intentionality of building, right? Intentionality of building. So I want you to, okay, I want you to, sorry about that. So um, welcome again, and we're going to get started into it. I'm going to be sharing with you 4 things today that you can put into your toolbox as you're thinking about, early retirement. And the smartest professionals don't quit and figure it out. They don't quit corporate or come out of corporate and go figure it out. They build the bridge first. That is what I did. And I help professionals, to do so. And you're building intentionally, and you're building quietly while the paycheck is still coming in. And by the time you hand over the notice, the bridge is already solid and it's holding the weight. That is what we are talking about today. So I'm going to be giving you 4 things to build before you ever give the notice. I want you to write it down. I hope you are here with your journal. I am here with mine, of course. Write it down in your journal, right? Because guess what? You'll be going back to this even afterwards. So number 1 is runway. We're going to be talking about runway, the margin. The second thing is the stream. The third thing is equity. And then the 4th thing is system. System. I talk about system a lot. So these 4 you build them quietly, and then you put, flesh around it, the timeline, the milestone, and how to begin to do this. And of course, you put the time horizon onto it. You're going to be talking about a few things depending on you today, like depending on what you really desire, depending on what you actually want. You're going to design that life that you want. So let's get into it. So the first build, and I wanted to put in the chat if you heard those four things we'll be talking about. I call them four build. The build number one is going to be the runway. The first build is your runway. What is runway? When it comes to uh, financial conversation, when it comes to not investing, when it comes to asset, and when it comes to early retirement, before you build anything, when you are thinking of retiring early, when you be thinking of building your edifice, your asset, you want to build a margin first. An exit is not funded by hope. And I say this a lot, that hope is not a strategy. I hope things work out. I hope this just, have these returns. I hope I have this interest. Hope is not a strategy. And I say it a lot. So your exit is not funded by hope. It's good we have hope. As a person of faith, yes, that's good to have. But it is funded by this cushion, right? The margin. Most people have none. So I want you to listen to this. The average American saves about 4.5% of what they earn. You can't live on that. 4.5. You cannot build a way out of corporate on 4.5%. There is no runway there to take off from. 4.5%, an average. And in fact, with so many things going on in the economy right now, it's even lower. It's lower. Even the high earners. And this is something Bank of America, they name directly. So it's part of their research as well. So I'm sharing this so that you know that when you are putting that money aside to save, are you part of that statistics that is doing 4.5 savings? Or you are being intentional, putting 30, 40, 50% away because you have a goal, right? So don't fall into what people fall into, which I call it, and of course, Bank of America research call it a lifestyle creep. Research has shown it. I fell into that as well. Immediately your income starts to get up, guess what? You begin to upgrade your lifestyle. You forget your goal. You get that raise and the lifestyle quietly rises to meet it. You bought the house, you bought the nice car, and before you know it, all the money is going right back out the door in bills, expenses. And the raise that was supposed to buy you freedom in the future just bought you a bigger set of expenses. That was my story. And I was part of that statistics as well. But something changed. I want to retire at 40. I have to change my strategy. I will not be keeping and be saving 4.5%. I have to look beyond now, beyond the immediate gratification. So your first build, as we were talking about, is the runway. So this week, one of the things that you're going to do is I want you to find your baseline number. Find your baseline number, not your salary, your baseline number. What does it actually cost to be you every month? Not living a stringent life. We talk about last week, we talk about the awareness. I'll talk about you giving you the permission to live, like live your life, L-I-V-E, live. But what does it actually cost you to be you every month? That's the real number. Once you know that number, and I know in my previous episode, I've talked about how you get your Freedom Day number or what it costs to be you, right? If money is not an objection, what will you do? How will you live? What will you own, right? And these are the things that you begin to think about. If, let me put it this way, yeah. Things you begin to think about how to live your life monthly to be you, right? What does it cost you? So I wanted to put in the chat quickly. Yes, good. I wanted to put in the chat quickly if you already know your baseline. Do you already know your baseline? Do you know what it costs you monthly to be you, to live your life as you really desire to live it? Because once you know that number, you know exactly how much runway you need to build. You can't hit a target you have never named. You can't hit a target you don't know. Can you name your baseline number? Put in the chat off your head. Like, oh, how much it costs me every month? Oh, it's about 20K. It's about 30,000. It's about 15,000 every month to live my life, to wash my car, to clean my house, to go to the office, to take Uber, whatsoever that will make you to live your life. Not living not living in I call it contraction, like living on survival. No, no. Right now, there is a life you're living, right? Your current reality right now is this. But what would you prefer? How would you prefer to live? And what does that cost you every month? That is what we are talking about. And I want you to be honest, right? I want you to be honest. Most people don't know this number, and that is why you're on this call today, because you want to be able to say it on top of your head about this is the amount I need to live my life. And that's what it cost me, or this is what it cost me. Most people don't and they can't, but you should because you are part of the Fired Up movement. This is where the work begins. You have to be able to know it. You have to be able to put numbers to it, right? Put in the chat. Can I see? Yes, yes, yes. Runway. So put in the chat. Do you know your numbers? Do you know your numbers of it? If you don't, put in the chat. I don't, and I'm going to work on it. And for people joining on YouTube as well, I want you to put in the comment, right? Put it in the comment. Did you know your numbers? What it will cost you to be you, exactly how much runway you need. And that is where the gap is because you're currently living a life right now. And if that life is a good one, but there's always a next level. If money is not an objection, if money is not an issue, what would you want? How will you live? What would you prefer? Where will you prefer to live? Right? And what will it cost you? All right. So let's go to the second build, which I talk about all the time. And I'm going to talk about it again today. Build number 2 is stream. Stream, first stream of income. And then what you already have right now is your active stream, your 9 to 5, being an entrepreneur. You are going in, clocking in. You have to be present, right? You have to be present to earn. That is your first stream. But the build, the second thing that I'm talking about today is the build, the second stream of income. The second build is the income that you have to build. Let me put it that way. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you have to start quietly while you're still doing your 9 to 5. Build your stream. And a lot of people make this mistake, and I see it all the time. People wait until they leave or they are leaving the job or they've left the job to start earning outside of their normal regular work. That is backward. That is really backward. You start the stream while you are still employed. That is why you are here. You are hearing it right now. You have time. You want to leave corporate in the next 3 years. Start today. This is where your safety is. You can try things, it's going to fail. You pick it up or you try something else. You try different things. You have the margin, you have the time to try things that's going to work. Do not wait until you leave that job before you start to earn outside of your paycheck, outside of your regular work. You try things. This is going to mess you up. The work is going to mess you up. You will learn. You will relearn. And of course, you are going to be earning without panicking. The current paycheck you have right now is your covering, is the one funding this dream you have. So your current paycheck, please, you still have to be good at what you do because it's the one funding what you are building. A research shows that 72% of workers either have a side income or they are thinking about one. Are you part of that statistics? So this is not strange. So you have to think about it outside of your work. It's normal. 72%, they are thinking of starting something or having something by the side. A side hustle is not a freedom yet. I want you to put that in your note, in your journal. A side hustle is not freedom yet. And most people think earning on the side, they are making under $500 a month when you start. And it's even around about 400, right? I'm not saying this to discourage you, but I'm telling you so that you don't quit in the month when things fail, because things are going to fail. It's just what it is. But it's not in the failure. So we don't name it as failure. We name it as learning, right? One stream that you are working on right now, once it passed through that early stage and the earning is not consistent, then you begin to go. And average, that shows that $12,000 a year, meaning that you are earning about $1,000 a year. That's a good start. That's a good start. If you have this, and in 1 year, you are closing about that, that's real money. That's the runway money. You might be thinking, oh, it's small. No, it's not. You are earning outside your paycheck. So apart from the first one that we talk about, knowing your baseline, the second thing I want to tell you right now, what I want you to think about and begin to work on, what is that one skill that you're already brilliant at, that you already have? Because even while you are at work right now, or you are in your place of work, there are so many programs that you can start to work on your own personal skill, your own skill that is going to help you earn, that is going to be it's going to be portable, like you can take it to the marketplace other than your employer. That one skill that you're already brilliant at, the things people at your work always coming to you for, they're always asking that question, always picking your brain for. The question is, how can this earn you something outside of your work? You have to be able to name the skills, right? It might be more than one, might be more than one, might be more than two. But you have to be able to name one skill that you will start with and start that stream. It's fine if it is small, right? Because momentum will always beat perfection. Started beats perfect. Do you see? So put in the chat. Good. So I wanted to put in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sam, welcome, Dr. IBK. Comments, what skill do you have right now? Or have you been working with, you've been using in your 9 to 5? What skill you are known for at work? Just type it. Let's find your first stream together. Let's find it together. Think about it. Either one or two. What is that stream? I'm looking at the chat. Yes. What is that stream? What is that stream? I want to see. I want to read from you. Yes. Name it. Because when you name it, when you can think about it and be able to name it, it's going to really help. Because that is where you start that stream. And you begin to reinforce and you begin to work from 300 to 400 to 500 to 1,000. Guess what? You're going to be continue. You continue to increase when it comes to your potential to be able to earn to get into your 5 figures, 6 figures annual, 7 figures annual. Start beats perfection. Mentor beats perfection. So you have to start. All right. That is what we are doing here. So you'll be able to name 2 build, right? The first one is the margin. Build your runway. The second one is the stream. Naming it. Good. All right. Thank you. Yes. And please know that this is not just only for North America and all of that. It's the same principle anywhere in the world. You can choose to exit strategy. You can choose to exit whenever you want. You just have to put a strategy in place. You just have to have a plan, have a game plan. So it's not just only in North America, everywhere, anywhere in the world. You can choose to come out of corporate on your own terms. All right. All right. This third one I want to talk about. Seriously, I myself, I'm still working on it. And I wish I had somebody tell me earlier or early enough. I would have maybe take chances of that opportunity. The third build is the equity. The equity, right? Your skill equity and your network equity. I don't know this earlier when I was thinking about, and of course, not that I don't know, it's just that I do not harness that um, uh, um, the skill, the power. I do not harness that resource enough for me to come out. There is a book I now read afterwards called Who Not How. That book, and I hope I'm saying the title well. Who Not How, right? When you begin to know who can do what, when you begin to know who, and that is the power of networking, network equity. I'm telling you today, if you want to build that bridge strong, right, from where you are right now into retiring on your own terms, coming out of corporate on work optional, that network equity, you have to be able to, invest in it. A lot of what makes you valuable at your work doesn't actually belong to you. It does not. The internal system, the company's knowledge, the relationship inside those 4 walls of your workplace. The day you leave, a lot of that stays behind. It doesn't travel with you. So while you are still employed, you want to build deliberately. You take an internal skill and you turn it into something that opens the market for you, or something that market is portable, and the market will pay you for. And you build relationship outside of your company, not just inside. Not just inside. You are building asset you get to keep. Every other thing. When I was living corporate, the product, all the things I built, it's not mine. You drop everything, everything. But the ones that you build on yourself, that is yours. That is the only asset you get to keep. You already have what it takes. And the research shows it that most people building income on the side are highly educated, highly skilled professionals. Over 70% have a degree. And that's you. You have a certification. In fact, you have certifications. You are not starting from nothing. You are sitting on equity that you've never cashed in for yourself. You have to cash out or you have to cash in. Either way. So think about it. And if you don't, start it today. Begin to build yourself with a skill that your company is providing that you can use for your work, right? And Jim Rohn always says something that you have to how does he say it? Um no, I'm trying to see how to better say it. But what he's saying is you have to invest in your own personal skill, right? Because whatsoever you are doing it for to build your company, to build your employer, right? But the personal skill you invest in yourself, that is the one that gives you fortune. That is the one that you can earn from. You already have what it takes. It's inside of you. And if you don't, guess what? This is a good time because you are seeing that gap right now. So now begin to build on it. Begin to build on it. Just like I said, research has shown it that a lot of people, 70% of people who have side gig, who are earning outside, they are highly educated, highly skilled professionals. So you have to be part of that. Be skilled, be good at what you are doing. Just like I see you see me today. Every week I come here. I'm not still good in when it comes to communication, all of that. But guess what? I will come out. I will speak about it. I will talk about it. I'm learning more. I'm doing more research. I am getting better by the day. And this is a vulnerable moment. And that's why you see me show up. I will show up. I will come. I will say it. I will help people. No matter how, one after another, I'm helping people. Retiring early, right? Gaining that freedom. Exit corporate on their own terms. I'm doing it. You have to do the same for yourself. What is that one skill that is portable, that you can take to the market, that people will pay you for, that the marketplace will pay you for, other than your company, other than your employer? You are not starting from nothing. You've built these experiences for years. You are sitting on equity, skill, and of course the people. And I didn't talk about that. So let me get to talk about that more. By the time you come out, the currency that you want to start to spend is the connection that you have made with people outside of your work, outside of the internal system. What other relationship do you have outside of your place of work right now? If you don't have, begin to build it. Send out. In fact, this is the action that you're going to do right now. Is how many connection are you making every week? Start it right now. And I want you to put in the chat. Okay, good. Someone says, good at using software and paying attention to details. That's great. It's going to earn you a fortune. Okay. And then you say, I love to make people smarter with the right gadgets. Great. How can you put that together and the marketplace begin to pay you? Great. Yeah, I see more comments coming. Please keep it coming. Name one skill right now. That skill that you can make portable this month, or let's say July, because the month is already gone. Reach out to one person outside of your work, outside of your company. One skill, one connection. And that's the assignment you have to do before the end of the month or by next month, right? So you have to be intentional. You are not a consumer of this information. You are hearing me because you can take action today. You can increase your currency of your network, right? But you have to be intentional. This one I said that I wish somebody told me earlier. I wish I know more about this, how to build my and how to earn more, how to invest in networking earlier than right now. Because now I'm not doing it. I should have done it in the last 5 years, 4 years, 3 years. Because those relationships, those connections, they are the one now opening up doors. And I'm grateful to God. Do you see? So that is what I want you to do. Most of the professionals you need, they are currently inside your company. And if you're mostly outside, I want you to think about, okay, how can you connect to more people within your company? At least start from there first. Because some people don't even connect at all. So you want to connect to people. Connect meaningfully, strategically. Okay. All right. So just like I said, I promised us about 30 minutes. We are getting to the end of today's conversation. The last thing, I know I've said it over and over and over, and I'm going to be saying it again, is the system. The system. The fourth build is the system. This one changes everything. No matter what connection, no matter what you are building, right? Your system is very key. This is the differences between, or this is the difference between freedom and just getting tired in a new way. If your income stops the moment you stop showing up, you didn't build freedom. You built yourself a second job. But will it feel like a second job in the beginning? Yes. And I like to say that because once you start this second stream of income, you have to put more of your time. You put in effort, right? And once you set it up, your system is strong, you've tested it. Guess what? You don't have to show up again because you automate things. This is exactly where a lot of people get stuck. 67% of people with a side income, they report burnout. You don't want to be burned out if you are part of this community, fired up show, fired up movement. No burnout. 65% say that they are actually rather just have one income than juggling multiple things. Why? Because what they build still depend on them being there every single hour. They traded one set of handcuffs to another. Remember that handcuff, the golden handcuff. You're trading your time. So the goal is not just another hustle or building another side hustle. It's leverage. You want to leverage something that can earn you while you sleep. It takes time, but you have to start. You have to start. That is the difference between you having side gig and hustle and having a system. Build that system. That is what I'm building as well. That is what I'm doing for my high earner professionals, people that I'm working with. A side also needs you. Your side gig needs you. Your system works for you. Put that. That wonder line is very key. System works for you, but if it is your side also, it needs you. So as we wrap up today's conversation, look at whatever you're building or what you are planning to start to build right now. Ask one question. Does this need me every hour, or can I build it so that it runs without me? That is a $1 million question. Do I have to be present every time? Or does it need to be built without me? Can I design it in such a way that it doesn't need me? Right? Can you design it in such a way that you leverage from the start? Because that is the design that we're talking about, the system design. You have to design it in such a way from the beginning that no, you don't want it to rely on you, but you want to leverage the system. All right. This has been a great time. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I'm going to be wrapping up, right? So let's pull all of this together. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, we have runway, we have the stream, we have the equity that you have to put together, people equity, skill equity, and then we have the system. That's the quiet build, right? We talk about those quiet build. That's the quiet build. And I want you to notice what's not on this list is quitting, announcing, right? Announcing, storming out is not on that list. We don't announce quitting. We don't quit. You don't announce your exit. You build it. You don't announce your exit. You build it. You don't announce your corporate exit. You build it. You build it brick by brick while you are still on payroll, while that paycheck is still funding your building. And until one day the bridge is strong enough to carry you, you keep building brick after another. Do you see? So I want you to say it with me. Say it with me. Put in the chat. Build the bridge before you cross it. Build the bridge before you cross it. And then the notice last, not the first. I'm not telling you what I haven't done, right? I'm telling you what I've done. I worked this myself. I built my own bridge while I was still employed. And in 2024, I worked out on my own terms, on a timeline that I set earlier before. Do you see? So when I'm passionate and I'm teaching them, I'm talking about this. It's because I've stood exactly where some of you are right now, or where you are sitting right now. So what I want you to do next is this. My book. Oh, where's my book? Oh my goodness. It's not here. Okay. While I was preparing, I dropped it somewhere. So get my book. You can put a link of my book here. Tim, you can put a link of my book. You can dive in more into the corporate exit. You want to learn more about it. You want to set a timeline. You want to know the gap, right? Or you want to know where exactly you are. Even the assessment will help you as well. But I want you to get a book, get fired up. It's free, right? You can read for free. And if you want the first chapter, you can download that for free, which, the link is going to be shared with you, right? It's free. I want you to read it. Put in the effort. Be intentional. I lay out the whole framework in details in the book. So I want you to get the book. So also, if you are ready to actually map out your own exit with a real strategy and a real timeline, my calendar is open for a conversation, right? And it's pretty feeling fast. So I can give you 15 minutes of my time, look at where you are, see the gap, and of course, have a game plan for you. No pressure, just clarity. I'm not selling you anything, just clarity. This is part of me, giving back and helping other professionals, getting that clarity, helping them with the awareness, helping them fill the gap, right? And of course, this show is a series. So we're coming here back next week. We are going deeper. And every single week, every Thursday, we are here talking about how we are turning things around, turning the real time, turning this into a real timeline. So you're not just thinking about it like Sunday, I will do this Sunday, I'm going to retire. No, we are actually putting timeline into it. And next week, we are talking about dream to date. Dream to date, the 3 to 5 year exit plan. Do you love that? I love that. No, dream to date. You want to put a date to that dream. 3 to 5 year plan. So if that is you, you want to exit corporate in the next at least or at most 5 years. So 3 to 5 year plan. So I wanted to join us next week. So there was what to build. Next week is when. So come back for it, right? So I want to leave you with this as you go this week. Know that you are not stuck, you are not alone. You know, some of the things that you're going through, majority of us, majority of high earners, majority of high performing professionals, they are going through the same, right? So you are not stuck. There is a difference. You are not stuck, you are early, you are here, you are hearing this. Stuck means that there is no way out. But if you are here, you are hearing this, it means that you can build this and you're still building. And building is not something that you complete. Building is something that you already know how to do, and you've been doing it for everybody else for years. So today is the day that you're going to take that same and you're going to build it for yourself so that you can earn for you. You start to do the same thing for yourself. Okay. I'm your girl Lola Wealth, and I'm going to see you next week for another amazing conversation. Stay blessed, stay focused, and stay fired up. God bless you. Bye for now.